So my name is Aurora Barrett. I graduated from the University of Reading in 2020, and being a part of the Henley Business School was such a big impact into me getting into real estate. I first started on the Pathways to Property scheme in 2016, and it was one of the best experiences of my life, and just getting to understand an industry and making me feel like I could go into something in the future, and this is the career that I want to aim towards. The Henley Business School was very supportive of students who, didn't have a background in property, and very happy to, expose people into the wider reaches of where they can go in higher education. So, one of my best times was meeting all the people that I got to learn with on the course there, and just having a hub of, of experienced lecturers, of experienced students, of people willing to share their knowledge on an industry is, some of the best highlights that the Henley Business School gave me during my period of time there. And definitely one of the best times I had for the past couple of 3 years. So the Henley Business School has so many connections. There's so many amazing people with initiatives in mind, whether that be social innovators for places that, real estate hasn't quite touched, who, want to get more into the industry. It's, I think very important to stay there to make sure that, there's some representation, some diversity and inclusion that we're trying to promote further inside the business school. So me being on the board was mainly because I love Henley. It's a place where I saw my most growth. Yeah, bad English there. I saw myself grow the most, and one of the best experiences I had. So just being invited, to take part, to help the business school grow, to show where it can improve, so it can engage with its alumni, with its, with its current students as well, with its postgrads, with its MBA potential students. Just showing the best capabilities of the network that we have, because obviously, our alumni network is powerful, and with our expansion with all the other Henley business schools globally, it's only going to become, more prominent that we have these connections in place, so that people can grow, so that we can continue to, expand people's opportunities and social networks as well. And just to take on more of the experience of being part of the Henley Business School. I believe what is invaluable is just, the networks that the Henley Business School provided, being able to go on to Pathways to Property, being able to participate in the evening lectures that the Henley Business School ran, and getting to know the alumni, because they have networks that, students can, current students can participate with, so that they can get that, information and, participation with other alumni. It was a great and valuable experience, because it, allowed me to get work experiences and internships within the industry, get me to know people that I could potentially work with, get me have that exposure to know the commercial awareness that's happening in the industry. And, that built my confidence when I work in my current, field as a graduate surveyor, because, I know I need to know constantly what's happening in my industry, is just so that I can, push myself forward and, keep myself going as I learn on the job, and as I, continue to, work and strive towards where I want to be in the industry. So, they give you that invaluable stepping stone that allows you to network and opens up, so many opportunities, because people remember your name, they know who you are, they want to support you if they can. Everybody in the industry is just so bubbly and supportive, and just having that stepping stone that the Henley Business School gives you is one of the best opportunities I ever had. So yeah. I believe that a lot of the people that you talk to, a lot of the alumni, and a lot of people who, work currently in the industry would have told you that when they worked during the financial crash and the financial crisis in 2008, that was very volatile times to be a surveyor, or, to be working in real estate, when a lot of, value for money was dropping. So it's working in those stressful times that they always tell you that, it builds your character. So when jumping into the industry during this COVID period, one of the few things that they said to the graduates, because obviously Savills, who I work with, are one of the few companies to take on a cohort of graduates this year, when a lot of other schemes, drop their program. And, they were just telling you that this builds character, that they, invest in people, that they want to build their brand in people. And, they know that it builds character to work in times of, of distress, and to be able to work around these areas and find, the value for money and the value for your clients, and to build up their portfolios, even though this period of time isn't what anybody else has seen before. So, just being able to see how our directors operate, how our associate directors, talk to their clients, and how we, deal with all of these portfolios that are under distress because of this period of time, because they aren't getting the footfall, because the demand and the money that they thought was going to be there isn't there. And I think it's been great times in a weird way, because you're seeing how the world and how our industry copes under such stress, and it makes you stronger, or at least more resilient to how things would have been if you were just on the normal program. I think it's just a lot of growth for me as a person, and although it's been an awful year in many respects, it's allowed me to see how I can grow in this industry, and and has tested a lot of people in the graduate scheme.